Every great ball striker ends their swing in a tall, powerful position, but many players never get there. So in this video, you'll learn the main reason behind why this is so, and a simple drill to ensure you can finish just like the pros. Let's get stuck in. So one of the key determinants of a quality golf shot, Chris, is really how the body is moving post-impact, right? And we see a lot of players finish in this very tall, extended position. But it's not that they're just doing that from the top of their backswing going, let's get up there. Something happens before that, doesn't it?
Yeah, everything's sort of a reaction to the pressure that's moving into the lead foot in transition, and obviously how we're kind of stretching the body on the backswing in order to stretch it even more on the downswing. So we've got a really good drill that players can kind of measure that by and kind of do the right pivot sequence. That's going to help them hit it much better.
Okay, great. So we're going to see that in a second, but we were talking about one of the players that you were working with, and very high level player, but we do see a lot of, nearly most recreational golfers do this as well, is through the golf ball, the chest might stay down a little bit too long and their hips tend to stay back. And they would look at this and go, okay, well, maybe I do need to get more up. But as Chris was just saying, the effect of shifting your pressure correctly and putting more weight down into the ground at the right time allows your body to extend. So Chris, let me show you this drill.
Yeah, exactly. So essentially this is going to be your alignment tool, which most people use anyway. And then you're going to put this stick right on the inside of your right heel.
Okay.
And then what I want you to do is take the club and put it on your shoulder so the grip end is outside your left shoulder, your lead shoulder. Now on the backswing, although the head's not staying perfectly still, it's going to stay somewhat centered between your knees. I want you to rotate, feeling like the shoulders are moving first, and then this is going to get all the way over so it lines up with this stick. So you've created sort of an extension of the spine. You've got the shoulder behind the ball. You've got obviously the pressure into that lead foot. Now, I see a lot of people kind of sway the hips and never quite get there. So if this is you and you can't quite get there, try and feel like you're in a little bit more flexion, and that's going to match you over there. Vice versa, if your head's going down too much, this is going to not point in the right spot. So as you go back, you're trying to rotate to the point where it's extending, and then this line here is going to match the one on the ground. Now, this would be the key on the backswing, but in transition, and the kind of the golden move is you're trying to almost leave this grip pointing here as you surf down into this lead foot. So you're going down vertically and laterally into your lead foot. This is staying back before you then start to pivot around this lead hip. Bang.
And knock it back. So we're going to get to the top. And then from that feeling, and the thing is, if you segment it, you can get into a position like, okay, what's next, what next? But you'll find if you actually perform this drill and go, I'm going to do this in one motion, the flow of it, and with just the intention that Chris has given us, getting this golf club matching that white line down on the ground, I feel like automatically, kind of like throwing a ball, is that your body's going to respond by wanting to surf and coast down. So in San Diego, I love surfing from Australia, so perfect drill for us here. And then as I shift down into this position, you can see I've already automatically started to recenter. Now from here, Chris.
And the key here is you've kept this relationship, right? These lines are still parallel. Your back stayed to the target as you've gone down into your lead foot. This is huge because most people we see have already opened up. That's going to give you that fade or pull, and then it's obviously going to change the contact point as well. So I love what you were doing there. You're in your backswing, you're shifting down, and you've stayed closed. Now from there, the ground's very forceful into this lead foot. You should feel like your quad's kind of on fire, your left glute's on fire. From there, you can push up and around that lead hip and extend up and around. So you're getting, this is why I have it as my preference, you're winding yourself up on the backswing. You've got this stretch, and then you're pushing down the opposite direction. Then from there, everything else is just going to come out of the ground. It's very, very efficient in terms of sequencing, which is going to help the face be very stable, but it's also very efficient to gain some distance as well, which everybody could use.
Yeah, massively. And we've talked in length on all the other videos that we've shot, both this session and from a couple of years of when we did it last time, about the importance of setting yourself up for success, not only in the address, but also in that backswing, to give yourself the room and time to come down. Now, excellent dry drill you can use if you're living in a colder climate, but when you are down on the range, I would actually get most players, and I want you all to do this, put the golf club across your chest, place this alignment stick on the inside of your back foot, and just get it as a reference, as a maintenance drill, even for players that do this well. Just get an understanding of where that should be, right? Get that feeling, match it up, and then make your way through towards a target. Does that feel different? If it feels different, guess what? You need to do more of this. Do that 5 times then hit one golf ball, recycle that over and over again. Anything else to tie a bow on this before we hit a couple of shots?
I would say, like, you know, obviously there has to be a transition. It's only a really great drill if it transfers into your golf swing. So,
Exactly.
so pop your hands on the club. Now I would kind of move this more back to the middle here and have this as a ball position tool. So now as you're turning, you're obviously trying to get that same position back, kind of back behind the ball, right? Yeah. That's beautiful. So there's sort of that same leverage that you've created, that same wind up. Then from there, you're just pushing down into your lead foot.
And really, like, I hit golf balls nearly all day, every day. And just from doing that one exercise, been traveling a lot, body's feeling a bit tight. I feel an automatic difference just from doing that dry drill with the club across my shoulders and then transitioning that into the actual golf swing. It makes me realize that I should probably stretch before we started doing this, right? So as we do that, now my body is turning nice. I can feel automatically my weight's going to shift down and to the left with the intention of following through towards the target. So let's put that all together, see how I finish. Great little reference is going to be this nice Superman follow through with the chest is tall, hips are forward, just like the favorite golfer. Beautiful, Chris.
Great.
Definitely felt like my upper body was turning back behind the golf ball. Nice little recentering and following through, just like your favorite pro.